Okay, let's go have fun. Let's go.
This is Utah Tech basketball and the John Judkins Coaches Show, presented by Red Rock NIL, empowering student athletes through local businesses.
Enjoy the win. Enjoy the win. Okay, good job. Good job.
And hi there again, everybody. Welcome to the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel here, along with the head coach of the Trailblazers, John Judkins. And Coach, I'm not going to lie, as we get ready for Utah Valley, the old Hammer rivalry Thursday in Burns Arena, last week was exhausting. You played so well in so many areas of the game for so long, and in those two games, you lost by a total of 5 points. That kind of drains you, Coach.
Yeah, it does. It's happened to us now 6 times where we're right there, and that's exactly what we worked on today, Rod, was game situations, learn how to finish games. The SU game, like you said, on Thursday was a great game, back and forth. They got a big lead on us early. We make a great run, take the lead, come down and miss a couple of foul shots or miss a foul shot. They come down, tie game, and shoot an air ball, and their guy gets a rebound and puts it back in with 1.8 seconds. And so it's just been that. And then the next game, again, Cal Baptist, we get down early, fight back, get up by 1. With under a minute to go, they run a play. They get a guy who gets a drop step layup on us, and then we come down. It should have been a foul, and they call it out of bounds off us. And and so then we have to foul and have a chance. So again, there's something that we're doing some good things, Rod. We really are, and the wins and losses, you don't see it because of that. I mean, you think, oh, we're not playing well because they're losing. But really, we're doing some really good things. And the thing I'm really proud of these guys is they're working really hard in practice. They're getting after it, where some teams in the past I've had, or other teams I know of, they've kind of thrown in the towel a little bit.
Yeah.
These guys haven't done that. They've been playing, getting after it.
You had leads in both games late against Southern Utah and Cal Baptist. And in Cal Baptist in Riverside Saturday night, I could see on the faces after the game the frustration and the saying, "Dadgummit, we got to break through on these." I haven't seen that since the Portland State game. And so I know the frustration level's there because they're working their tails off, Coach. You know that every day in practice, and you can see it out on the court, and they're starting to do some really good things. So looking to the positive ahead, you've got, 7 more games left till the WAC tournament? Starting to get better and better, and then you're going to break through, and you can be peaking at the right time going into WAC Vegas, hopefully.
Well, you're exactly right. This is the time where you got to start playing your very best, and those 2 games I thought we did. I mean, we should have won. I thought we had, going back and watching film, I mean, a couple little mistakes that we did that shouldn't have happened that we did. They made some big shots. We didn't. I mean, just we're that close, and so that's what we're working on right now in practice. I mean, we are putting new things in for the team that we're playing, but really we're just kind of focusing on, that mental toughness of, hey, when you got to get a stop, what are we going to do? Who's going to be that guy that gets that big time rebound? Who's going to get that guy? Who's going to have the guy that stops their best player, who can really guard, who's on their best guy or whoever's feeling it that night? Against Cal Baptist, it was the Daniels kid. I mean, he had 36 on us. So we did some things on him I thought was pretty good, and the kid that beat us was not the kid that was hurting us. So we're doing some things that way. And then we got also, when we have that lead, we got to build the lead. With the last 2 minutes of the game, we're up 1 or up 2. We got to build that lead to 6, 7.
And you had the ball in both games, too, to increase that lead.
Yeah, and that's something that we're working on. That's something that we have to get better with, and that's, as coaches, as players, those are things that we're working on right now to fix those.
You're shorthanded as we take a look at the highlights in Cedar City on Thursday against Southern Utah. Toby Aribi missing the first of 2 games, but coming on in here, you got the big guys underneath playing some defense, and Beyond Riley tried to step up and force the issue.
He played good, and we started Pavle there, and then we went small, and I thought when we put TC in at the 5 a little bit, I thought that helped. There's Dallin Grant with a good pick and pop. We call it a drop. Their big was dropping, big low on the paint, and the pick and pops were open all night long. Again, drive. TC had a good game. There's a good hammer dunk right there. Good shot fake and drive. And again, he had to play a little bit more as a 5.
Yeah.
Here's who's that? Oh,
that's Madiba Wana. Had a career high 22, Coach.
Yeah, he played good. I mean, he was aggressive. He was getting to the basket. He wasn't doing those. That's a tough shot. I'm not a big fan of that, but it went in. But
Starting to get pretty good at that, Coach.
Yeah, I really like him getting to the basket. He's like right here. I think that's his strength of getting the baskets. And I think when guys start to gap him a little bit, then he's got to be able to hit those shots. But sometimes we shoot threes, maybe the wrong times or what have you. But again, I want the guys to have confidence. There's Noah again, a great screen by Stone right there. There's a great tip by Badivon out of bounds play, led to an easy basket. Again, just active hands. We talked about being active, getting deflections. We kind of got away from it. There's a 3-on-1. Noah does a great job. We teach, take him until he stop you. Yeah. And they didn't stop him, so he went all the way to the hole.
When you guys do your early offense, Coach, you're unstoppable.
Yeah, we got to get out run more.
TC big late in the final 6 minutes to give yourself the lead.
Yep. He's been playing pretty good for us lately. He's been playing that 5. Then JB finally started hitting some shots. You know, he hits some here and he hits some on Saturday. He's been in that slump. Been in the gym every day shooting, and I felt he got out of that a little bit.
2 minutes left, you're down 1, and Beyond hits an incredible and 1.
Yeah, and 1. I think he missed the foul shot, though, I think. And so then
here we are.
Last play, tie game. Tough shot, contested. We just got to get that board. We just got to get, and we're trying to block off, and JB just doesn't have the strength that other guy had. And air balls are hard, but how we got to get that, get that board. And then we had 1.8 seconds and threw it in, and they tipped it, and we didn't even get a shot off. So some things we can get better with, but those last possessions, and that's what we're trying to do, is keep the lead, and then we got to get a stop. We got to get a stop when we need a stop, and right now we haven't done that.
So on that final possession, you did everything right. Kind of a tough defense, tipped the shot. If it would just hit the rim, you'd have gone into overtime. Yeah. But you forced a guy to shoot an air ball. Great defense, and you're not rewarded for it.
North Carolina State, buddy. They shot the air ball, too. They laid it in at the buzzer to win the game.
Or you can go back Weber State in the Bigelow years in the 90s against Allen Iverson, where he threw up an air ball, and they put it in there.
And we always talk about that. Do you ever slip a play like that? You shoot the air ball, shoot an air ball in the front of the rim. We can get – again, it's just, the guy's underneath the basket. We got him blocked off. He's underneath the basket. The only rebound he can get, and I say this to Sammy all the time, is the only rebound you can get under the basket is either an air ball or a swish. And there's not too many air balls. So it happens, Rod. It just sometimes you get some bad bounces and bad luck, and give them credit. They finished it off.
Said the key to the game was rebounding in this one, and man, their offensive rebounds and second chance points. They had 20 second chance points to your 2 in a 2-point ball game.
Yeah. They had 11 at half, and then they had 9 the second half. Yeah. So. Again, you can't, to win games, you can't do that. You've got to keep them off the glass. As easy as rebounding is, of going and putting a body on somebody, it's a very important part of the game.
All right, this is John Judkins Coaches Show. That was Thursday, and then we move ahead to Saturday. And I asked this question before the game against Cal Baptist in Riverside, California. After such a frustrating and emotional loss to your rivals on an air ball with 2 seconds left, how's your team going to respond? Are they going to be down on themselves, feeling sorry for themselves, drained, or are they going to be energized and kind of ticked off and say, let's get back at it? And I think your guys came out energized against Cal Baptist.
Yeah, we did. We talk a lot about that. You can't have the 2 highs or the 2 lows. You can't get too high on a big win, and you can't get real low on a tough loss. And these guys have done. I mean, I want them to be mad you lost. If they leave the locker room and they're laughing and having a good time and they lost, we didn't teach them anything. They need to be mean, or not mean, but be mad that they lost. But within that hour, that game's over, they need to move on. And you got to get ready for the next one. But I like them to think about it. Hey, what could I have done better? What could I have done this? Same with us coaches, we do the same thing. But you sometimes as coaches, you kind of drill on it probably longer than you should. But I don't want them ever to walk out of a locker room and think, oh, it's no big deal. We'll be ready tomorrow. You gotta have that. And they did. They came out, they were mad they lost. They felt they should have got that one. And then they came out with that energy again against Cal Bab. And again, the guy, what do you do when a guy is on fire? I mean, the Daniels kid was hitting everything. I mean, best game I've seen him play all year.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to live by your rules because I'm still not over last week. So, okay, so Cal Baptist, they're third in the WAC. You're trying to keep up and move up the standings. Good opportunity. You had great success against this team. You beat them last year. You swept them last year. But Toby Reeby's not out. And as we show you the highlights, I mean, Toby Reeby, he was out, not playing. And then in the first 4 or 5 minutes, you lost Akeem Bird, and he got hit by TC right here.
Yeah, our own guy hits him in the head. And those are some serious things that our doctors and our trainers take. Anything hit to the head. So yeah, we lost him. That was early in the first part of the game.
First
so
4 minutes.
yeah.
So you're down 2 players, Toby and Hakeem Bird, and then Ture came in and he made an immediate impact.
Yeah, there's the bounce. I remember a good bounce right there. But again, got to get him being more aggressive, getting to the basket. I think he can do some really good things right there. Again, Madiba had another pretty good game right there. JB did a pretty good game too. Bion was pretty solid. Again, we got Sammy with us today too as well, but I thought he came in and gave us some pretty good minutes. TC was really attacking the basket again, which again I think that's one of his strengths. Is that there's a great bounce pass. Just on an out of bounds play that we ran, they overhead. We read it right. We've been teaching that over and over, and they finally read it right. Again, there's a great shot fake, got him up in the air.
The buzzer beater at the half for Bion.
Yeah, and like I said, when Bion he's very good at that little pull up. He was really good at that. And there's another one, we're moving the ball pretty good. JB.
Beaker finally came out of his slump. He had 15 points, and he was looking for the ball. This is the first 30 seconds. He hit a 3. You got fouled, so you got the ball right back. And then TC with an and 1. 6 points in the first 30 seconds, cut 11-point lead down to 5.
Great time. A great halftime talk, right?
Yeah, you did well.
But no,
Beaker,
there's another one. And that should have been a foul, too.
Yeah.
That was, you got to let him land, and guy didn't let him land. But we were being a lot more aggressive in the second half. And again, there's JB hitting a wide open 3.
He was 1 for 20 in the previous 4 games, and he went, 3 for 5?
Yeah. Well, you just keep telling him, keep shooting. If you're open, keep shooting. There's Sammy, keeping the ball alive.
Sammy Howard.
Gets fouled right there. Again, tipped the ball, went and got it himself, and then gets a 2-and-1 right there. Was really nice. And so, again,
pass for the big fella.
There you go. He saw, again, something that we work on every single day. And, he's getting some more, it's close to home. His family was there. I thought he was really excited to play, and he did a good job too defending. He had a couple blocks.
Yeah, and late in the game, Owana with a block there, and that led, to give you the lead in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, again up 1 or 2 with 2 minutes to go, and we got to get a stop.
Crucial point, down 1. Noah going into the lane. And right here, they got the ball first, but you can tell that's clearly a foul on the wrist. Yeah. And they originally gave you the ball. They went and reviewed it and gave it back to them with 14 seconds left, so you had to foul. That was a bad call. Sorry.
It was. And again, sometimes you hope that officials sees, I missed a foul first. It did go off Noah. You can see that, obviously. It went off Noah, but sometimes they do that. They're like, hey, I missed that call. I'm going to give it to him. But, again, we ran a play down 3. Something we worked on that day, and shoot around just had different guys in it because Akeem wasn't in there when we walked through that play, and because we thought we might need it, and it was still kind of open. We just fumbled the ball and didn't get a chance to hit it. But you're right, that last play was a crucial. But again, those last ones aren't win and losses. You win it during the whole game, not just at the end. But it seems like most people remember the ending.
You shot 49 or better the last couple of games. You shot, I think, close to 60%.
Yeah, we are. Our percentage is going up. We just got to get to the foul line more. Teams are getting to the foul line 15 to 20 more times than we are. We gotta do that better. But yeah, we're shooting the ball. We're getting good shots. That hasn't been our issue. Our turnovers are down. Everything that we want to see is going down. It's just we're not getting stops we need, and we're not getting to the foul line like we and our rebounding. Those are the 3 things.
So 3-point shots, they only make 6 a game, but they made 12 more points from the 3-point line than you did, and 9 more free throws, 21 points and a 3. So you can look at that coach and say, you're close. So that is why it's so frustrating, but also encouraging, saying, you know what, we're gonna go on a run here.
Well, and that's what we're trying to do with our guys. That's exactly what we're doing. We're frustrated, but also we're trying to be encouragement. Hey, we're there, guys. We're there. Let's get on a streak here. And we can get a couple wins here in a row and play the best we can right here at the end of February.
Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, one of the big guys will join us, Sammy Howland. That's when the John Judkins Coaches Show comes back. D.R. Horton is America's largest home builder, but with a local heart. Nestled just west of the Sand Hollow Recreation Area is a 600-acre master planned community with beautifully designed single-family homes, cottages, and townhomes called Long Valley. Visit us at drhorton.com and join us in continuing the American dream of home ownership and build your next home with D.R. Horton, America's builder.
Experience the magic of southern Utah from the sky and the ground at Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons. They take you on breathtaking journeys across the stunning landscapes of St. George, Hurricane, and beyond. But why just visit when you can live here? Priority First Real Estate is dedicated to helping you find your dream home. Together, they bring you closer to the community, closer to nature, closer to home. Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons and Priority First Real Estate, where adventure meets home.
Hey there, sports fans. Ready to take a timeout from the sidelines and jump into the action? St. George Regional Airport has you covered. Score big with convenient flights that take you from our Red Rocks to destinations around the globe. Whether it's the bright lights of LA or an exotic getaway across the Pacific, your adventure starts right here at home. When you're planning that epic getaway, St. George Regional Airport is your home field advantage. And welcome back to John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel, Juddy, and the big man in the middle for the Trailblazers, Sammy Howland, the senior from Whittier, California. Sammy, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
This is your first attempt at the John Judkins Coaches Show. Glad to have you here. Yeah. You heard that there are berries and cream coming up at the end of the show.
Did.
That's why you showed up. Huh? All right, Sammy, you've with Toby out, you've expected to get more time, and you've taken advantage of that time. Just talk about that opportunity, because you came here last year and you were injured. You injured your knee, so you had a long recovery back, and good on you for fighting through that and coming back. And now you're getting some time. You're taking advantage of it, and you had a great game against your hometown Whittier. What's your last name again? Whittier? No, I know your last name. Whittier.
Whittier.
What are they called?
Whittier,
They're the Poets.
The Poets, yeah. You were a poet against your hometown guys. 16 points, 15 rebounds, and then Saturday against Cal Baptist, you really stepped up when you need to, not only offensively but defensive. So just talk about the opportunity you're getting now.
Well, I've just been waiting for one, and the coach has been telling me when you get an opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. So I just tried my best. And my family was sitting right behind the bench the whole game. I could hear them yelling the whole game, so I was excited to play. Yeah.
No, they're really good. We got a good bunch of family. They're really supportive and let us do our job. And again, he's totally right. We tell him, in practice, hey, keep working. And I've been in his shoes, and it's not an easy thing to do where you don't play a lot early and you're practicing every day and you're working your tail off, but you're not getting that time. Yeah. And it's very easy to say, I'm done. And he hasn't done that. And so when Toby went out, next man up was what we always say it, and he's come in, and those three guys, Pavle, him, and Dallin, we're still trying to figure out of those three which one's going to take it by the bull by the horn and go it. And I thought he did a really good job on Saturday. Again, he brings us some things that those two don't, with his length, his defense, and so hopefully we can. Here's, like I said, here's his big time rebound he gets, and a putback that he got was a big one. Again, with his knee injury, if you haven't had a knee injury like that, it's not an easy thing to come back from, and then also his size, and it just takes some time.
Yeah. And how was that, for over a year trying to rehab that knee?
It was long. It was hard. It was really difficult. This is the second surgery that's held me from basketball so far. So I was kind of used to it by that point, but you just battle through.
But you can't help but saying, "Oh, not again."
Yeah, that's how I felt when it happened.
Yeah,
because I had missed not the season before, but the 2 seasons before. I had missed due to
Fullerton College.
I missed due to injury in that year too.
So you transferred from Fullerton College here. Why Utah Tech? What did you like about this place?
I just liked because it was close to home. I had 2 other D1 offers, but I chose Utah Tech because it's close to my home. And my coach was friends with Gibson Johnson, coach from last year. Yeah. So they said it was a good school to go to.
And there's a connection with Whittier and the coach now, right?
Yeah.
With Utah Tech?
Yeah, Mark Jensen. It's Greg Jensen's son, who Greg Jensen used to be our volleyball coach. So he's got some ties here too as well. So they've played us probably 3 or 4 times in the last couple of years.
What did you like about his game that you wanted him part of this program?
Well, his length. Look at his length. Before his knee injury, he was playing so well before he tore that, and he tore it out right before the season. It was a red and white scrimmage, wasn't it? Yeah. It was just right before it. you know, and he was playing really, really well, and we expected him to get. And then when you have it as a coach, you're like, okay, are we going to get him back? Are we not going to get him back? So our recruiting's kind of tough. It's like, how do you do that? So you sometimes have to recruit over him, but like, we don't know if he's coming back or not. So that kind of puts him in a tough situation too.
And as a big guy, it's tougher with a knee injury like that, right? Because you got a lot more to move around rather than the short guys, you know, at the guard line. And do you feel, is there still any hesitancy now with that?
I mean, as the season has progressed, like, I'm working my way through it. I would say definitely at the beginning of the season, I was definitely timid on my knee for sure. But, you know, you just get more comfortable with it as time goes on.
Okay, so what's the mood in the locker room? You guys have been so close. You've had a lot of close games. You're starting to play really well as a team. What have you guys talked amongst yourself, and what's the mood?
I mean, obviously we're really hungry for a win. We just feel like we just need one little more thing to push us over. You know, we just need a breakthrough. Once we get this first win, they should come like a flood.
And Thursday night against Utah Valley, the #1 team in the WAC, that'd be a perfect time to get that one more win, right?
Yeah.
We've been watching a lot of film with them this week, and you know, we were ahead at 2 at half against Utah Valley at their place, and then they really hit the glass hard on us that second half, and that's where they built their lead. But you know, we feel good about it. I think we match up good with them. I think our guys are ready. Everybody's tired at this time of the season. Everybody, it's more of a mental part of the game than physical. So hopefully we're out.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights, if we can, Lauren, from the first game in Orem in January. And you guys played a heck of a first half, Coach. And like you said, you had a 2-point lead.
Yeah, we hit it. I think TC hit a 3 or 2 and 1 at the end of the half. But again, did some really good things. But we're better now than we were then. Yeah. You know, but we did, and there's a great pull up. Again, I think we started getting more into pushing the ball up. I think for Noah's sake, we're better with it because teams can't just get into him. He can run the floor and get some opens. But there's Keem just using the ball screens. We feel we can hurt them with their bigs. They drop, and they don't do a great job of guarding the ball screens. Yeah. There's Noah, again, an early fast break. Not fast, but just a little bit. But there's a good screen right there, roll, pick and roll, and guess what we get
Hakeem, this was the 4th game of the conference, and Hakeem's been about 13 or 14 points per game in conference play. And this one is a game that he really kind of took charge on the road.
Yeah, we've seen that in a few games. I got to get it all the time. You know, he did it up in Montana a couple times, and you know, he's got to be aggressive with the ball. You know, coming off those screens and what the big's doing. We always say you have to engage the big, and you got to read what the big does and play out of it. There's the one TC. I think it was the 2 and 1. Yeah. To go right in at half to be up by 2.
So you guys were up 2, but in the second half you went through one of those stretches in the early part of the season that you're starting to get to, and you got behind, but you came back and you cut the lead to 7, Coach, and it's just an example of what your team is made of mentally.
They've done that. They've always come back, and I like that. But I want to get that lead and keep that lead, you know. And we had that stretch, like you said. I think it was 4 or 5 games in a row from the 16-minute mark to the 12-minute mark. We just kind of had a letdown, and that's where they got their lead. But again, I thought these guys played extremely hard, got back in it, got to 7, and then they hit some big shots again, and a different team.
And Sammy Howland, a little bit more is expected of you this time around than the first game there. There's going to be 2 rivalry games, in-state rivals in a week. So just talk about that, how you're getting acclimated. You were part of it, but you weren't on the floor last year, and you know, you split last year because we beat them here. Yeah. So just talk about that and how excited you are now after being on the bench. You finally get into one of these games.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really enjoyed the energy at SUU, so I know our crowd's going to come out for Utah Valley, and I think it's just going to be a fun game to be a part of. Yeah.
All right, tell us a little bit about Sammy Howland, how you grew up, where you grew up, family life, all that kind of good stuff.
I grew up in Whittier, California.
Where is Whittier, by the way?
It's about 10, 15 miles outside of LA.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a suburb. I have 7 siblings. We all grew up together. I have 4 sisters and 3 brothers.
Where do you sit?
I am number 6. I'm on the younger side.
Almost a baby.
Yeah. But I'm the biggest one, though.
You are?
Yeah.
So is there height in your family?
Biggest baby or biggest?
Is all your family tall, though?
All my brothers are about like 6'4", and then there's me, real big.
And they're jealous of you because you got an extra.
Yeah, because we all played basketball together growing up.
Inches,
so,
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So 7 kids. Did you have some good backyard basketball games?
all the time, constantly, always playing each other.
Now, being the youngest, though, they were always probably a little bit stronger until you grew into your body, right?
Yeah, but like once I hit like the 8th grade, I was bigger than them. So
It was over for them. And did they accept that?
no, when I go back home, we'll still like play basketball all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. So, what's the age gap? I mean, from the oldest brother.
My oldest brother's 2 years. So there's the 4 daughters are the oldest.
Okay.
So they're like in their 30s, and then there's a gap like 10 years, and then it's my older brother, 2 years me, 2 years my younger brother,
Okay.
and then 2 years my baby brother.
All right, so you guys are right around the same age
Yeah.
there.
That's
cool.
Oh, that would be good. You know that. I mean,
that's-
you and your brother and cousins, they're all a
seemed like
major
it's- yeah.
basketball family.
It seems
I'm
like
sure you had
everybody-
some good games.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's 2 or 3 years apart, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So, did you know that these guys were the first family back in the late 70s, early 80s of Utah basketball?
I
the
did
state
not.
of Utah?
I did not
Oh,
know
these
that.
guys were royalty. The Judkins name,
Oh boy, look out!
top notch in the state of Utah.
Commercial.
Okay, we'll be right back. Berries and cream coming up, Sammy. This is why you came in. Be right back with the John Judkins Coaches Show.
Welcome to St. George Academy, home of the Dragon Slayers, where academic excellence meets individualized learning right here in Southern Utah. At St. George Academy, we believe in challenging our students with rigorous curriculum, preparing them for a demanding college experience and beyond. And it's all tuition free. Our unique Pathway University program offers accelerated courses, allowing students to earn college credits in high school. Experience the St. George Academy difference, schedule your tour today, and join us on your educational journey.
Yesco is a proud partner of Trailblazer Sports Vision and Utah Tech Athletics. Yesco specializes in manufacture of custom electric signs and displays. From the smallest to the largest, Yesco can design, manufacture, install, and maintain an identification package that is tailored to your specific needs. Yesco has been serving Utah businesses for well over 100 years with quality signage and exceptional service. To see how Yesco can serve you, go to yesco.com.
Craving something sweet but healthy? Come to Berries and Cream, the original spot for fresh berries in our delicious sweet cream. Locally owned and operated right here in St. George. We offer a cold, refreshing treat that's perfect for the southern Utah climate. Fresh fruit has never tasted so good. Berries and Cream, the original taste of St. George.
Hey, and imagine that. We have Noelle, the owner of Berries and Cream, in studio, as always, and she has treats, Sammy. I know you've heard about this, haven't you?
Excited, yeah.
Okay, so last week we found out that you had Dubai chocolate with strawberries, pistachio,
Yep.
and
All the goodness.
oh yeah. So there, you guys want that.
wants that one.
I had that last
I
week,
wanted
so I
this
don't get
one.
it this
All right,
time.
I'll try it.
And then this is banana
Banana cream pie.
Banana
So
cream
banana
pie.
is the caramel cream and
caramel
vanilla
cream. This is good
wafers.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff.
Dig in there, Sammy, and
Sammy.
let's
Tell
give
me
us your
big.
take. This is really good.
Look at this one. You have forks. It's so thick. It's so good.
Oh, it's really good. Berries and Cream. The shop's at Zion, right?
Yep.
All right, go give them a visit. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, Maynard.
This is great.
All right, Thursday night, 7 o'clock, the old Hammer rivalry renewed. Time for a little payback after the loss last month in Orem. Utah Valley coming into town. They are the #1 team in the WAC. Right for an upset, right, guys?
Time. Yep.
All right, 7 o'clock, 6:45 pregame on Trailblazer Sports Vision and the Fan Sports Radio, 7 o'clock tip. Come on out. These guys are fun to watch. They deserve your attention and your gratitude because they are putting it on the line. You really are.
Back to Burns.
All right, back to Burns. All right, we'll see you Thursday night, 7 o'clock. See you, Noelle. See you.
Thank you.
Eat up, Sammy.